It started as a quiet morning at my lake property. My wife and I were enjoying coffee on the dock, listening to the water ripple beneath the bridge connecting my cabin to the rest of the property. Everything was peaceful until I drove down to find chaos. The HOA had destroyed my bridge. Heavy machinery sat idle, splintered wood and twisted metal scattered across the creek. Karen's HOA had claimed it was an enforcement measure for alleged non-compliance with community rules. I surveyed the damage. This isn't just illegal, it's absurd. I muttered to my wife, they've overstepped every boundary imaginable. Karen arrived moments later, clipboard in hand, fury radiating. You're responsible. Rebuild immediately. You must comply with HOA regulations. I raised an eyebrow. Interesting. And what authority do you think allows you to destroy private property? Karen sputtered. The rules, community standards, enforcement powers. I smiled faintly. Funny. All those rules and powers vanish when the property is mine. Every inch, including the bridge, the creek, and now the dam downstream, is under my legal control. By the end of the week, I had purchased the dam controlling the water flow. Ownership granted me complete legal authority over the lake, creek, and downstream water levels. Karen's HOA, banned from all waterfront properties, and any attempt to intervene would be treated as trespassing. The next morning, I opened the dam gates strategically. Water levels dropped, flooding the grounds of 101 waterfront mansions the HOA had built illegally without proper permits. No one was harmed, but panic spread through the community like wildfire. Karen screeched into the neighborhood, watching her precious home sit in stagnant water, inaccessible and clearly in violation of multiple codes. Stop this. This is illegal, she yelled, clutching her clipboard. I walked calmly to the edge of the water. Actually, it's perfectly legal. The water flows through my property. You built illegally downstream. Your fines, rules, and threats carry zero weight. The HOA board arrived, furious, trying to assert authority, but they had no claim. Every structure affected was built without permits. Inspectors confirmed the violations, fines were issued, and demolition orders were enforced on multiple properties. Karen's tantrums and threats were rendered meaningless. By the end of the week, the water levels were restored only after the illegal mansions were demolished or brought into compliance. The bridge on my property was rebuilt stronger than ever, fully under my control. Neighbors whispered about the spectacle, some cheering quietly, others shaking their heads at Karen's hubris. The HOA's overreach had resulted in public humiliation, legal disaster, and irreversible loss of power. From that day forward, the lake, creek, dam, and all related property remained fully protected. Karen's attempts at authority were permanently curtailed, because sometimes the best way to deal with an overreaching HOA is strategic ownership, legal leverage, and letting consequences unfold naturally. On my property, the rules are simple. Trespassers barred, illegal construction punished, and overreaching HOA officials humiliated. Karen learned the hard way. Destroying private property invites consequences, especially when the owner has full legal authority over water and infrastructure.